It is true, we went to New York. We've just finished, and that's why I joined my colleague in apologizing for coming almost an hour late. I think 2 hours almost. 2 hours late. Of law within the Commonwealth, he will tell you that a judge, a dissenting judgment is important. But they said that they thought there were reasonable grounds to believe that crimes against humanity were committed in this country. That is phase one. And based on that, then summons should issue. And because of that, the Kenyan Sikhs will appear, and all of them have said they will appear before the judges or whoever in The Hague on the 7th, and I congratulate them, because that shows boldness and that they are not afraid of anything. Then after that, those, whatever will be read to them will need to be confirmed. Now the confirmation process will take 3 to 4 months. And at the end of that, the judges again will now say, we believe there are substantial grounds. The word is substantial. From reasonable grounds to substantial grounds to believe that crimes against humanity in Kenya were committed. And therefore that is when the so-called Ocampo 6 would then be charged properly before the ICC. And I think that at that time, and I want to urge the civil society and all Kenyans to be understanding and to be patriotic, that this is going to be a long process. And of course, the final standard of proof in criminal law is that one's guilt must be proved beyond reasonable doubt. This is clearly the way this matter is proceeding. In the meantime, we now know that this process is also highly political. Because how else would one explain that when we are having a meeting with Christian Wesenawa, the president of parties or parties that the countries that are parties to the Rome Statute, is having a meeting with us in New York, and we ask him a quick, simple question, because in our mind we thought the summonses matter, the ruling will be before at least the 3rd quarter of this month. But when we asked him that question, he said it will be any time from now. And indeed we left our room to go down to have lunch, and while you're having lunch, you're seeing the 411 or something from Nairobi is saying that the ruling is delivered later in the day. And within the hour, we're even getting the whole thing coming through as that the judges are themselves. And 2 of them, even the dissenting judge, I think his judgment was issued 3 days later. That tells you it's a mixture of law and international politics here. And so I think we must deal with this. And therefore the Security Council deals with matters of high politics, touching on international peace and security. This is why tomorrow the informal consultations will be taking place in New York, and our able ambassador there, joined by an ambassador to the AU and Addis Ababa, and accompanied by the commissioner, special commissioner, by the president of the chair of the AU Commission, Mr. Jinping, because he has to send a special representative there in order to deliver on the resolution of the African Union that they will be meeting tomorrow. I think that I want to urge sobriety over this very important national challenge. In this, we have to swim or sink together as Kenyans. I believe we'll all swim as Kenyans. And therefore, let us not cast aspersions. Let us not be in a hurry to condemn people before competent courts actually pronounce themselves on it. And as I say, we are as government very concerned about particularly, and we took every opportunity to explain that we still have Kenyans who are living as internally displaced people, refugees in their own country, because of the violence that was meted on them following the last general election. But Kenyans woke up to go and vote normally, and they didn't know that their voting was seen as a crime by other people. And therefore, that's what I'm saying. Let people not begin to celebrate what they think is the misfortune of others, because their time may be coming.